Resilience is often defined as the ability to bounce back after an adversity, meaning there is a problem, there is a trauma or incident that's traumatizing, the person is able to recover and bounce back. But I think resilience also means being able to deal adequately and effectively with daily stresses that accumulate and can become even classified as trauma because they accumulate day to day. I would like to focus on the second meaning of resilience first, where nowadays almost all of us know that there are so many stresses impinging on not just the parents and the children, but the whole family. So I think it is very important to be able to build resilience among the family members. And we know very well how much stress we are all experiencing these days. For example, simple things like going from one place to the other, the traffic, the pressure on the children to achieve in school, the pressure on the parents to go from one place to the other, and it's not as easy anymore because of the difficulty of traveling from one place to the other. These things may seem normal, but they erode the person's ability to cope with life in general. So being resilient these days means equipping ourselves, our children, ourselves with the ability to deal with the daily stresses that impinge upon us. And that ability can be related also to how we parent them. One way I can think of right now is we need to help them or to allow them to feel what they're feeling and to accept what they are feeling and not stop them from feeling. What do I mean? Usually, culturally, or in our families, we do not want our children to be sad. That's okay. But then it comes to a point where when they are sad, we first of all try to do something to erase the sadness, make them happy at that moment. Or when they're angry, we stop them from being angry because we don't want them to be angry. But parenting mindfully means that, why am I stopping my child from being angry? Why am I stopping my child from being sad? We have to look at first the root of it, because maybe it's because we also cannot take the sadness, or we also cannot take the anger that may be also inside us. Okay, so most important is for us to also be mindful of our own feelings and to own them. For example, I had a case of a mother who brought her child, who was about 5 or 6 years old, and she was very, very worried that her child was very sad. And then we talked about it, and it turns out that the grandmother, whom the child was very close to, died. But she kept on repeating to me, "But I'm very concerned. I'm so worried that my child is very sad." And she was so anxious about it. So I paused and I said, I think I'll be more worried if she was not sad. Because there's every reason for your child to be sad. It's just hard for us to accept it. One of the ways to build inner resilience is to allow the child to feel the real, true feelings and be able to handle it because you are accepting it. So you can say, yes, that is really very sad because your grandma passed away. It's really sad. That kind of validating the feeling is so important in building the child's resilience, in building the child's authenticity, in building the child's true strength inside. Because then the child will be able to feel what he is feeling and not be scolded or prevented from the truth. So we build resilience also by building authenticity, allowing a child to be true. For example, a child was very angry with her teacher, and so the mother said, "Don't be angry with your teacher. You should not be angry with your teacher." But what's another way to do it? Another way to do it is to ask the child, "Why are you very angry with your teacher?" And this is a true case. So in actual case I had, so it turns out that the child was very angry with the teacher because she punished her best friend, and she saw very clearly that the one who did the misbehavior was the boy sitting beside the best friend. Therefore, she was angry. And she had every reason to be angry because it was not fair. There was an issue of justice. So one way, the best way for me, I think, to do it, to help the child become authentic, become resilient, and able to deal with her real feelings and not deny or hide them, is to say, if that happened to me, I would be angry too.